can't turn on your TV at the moment without seeing some of those terrible scenes of devastation as wildfires continue to rage across Australia. They've claimed the lives of 28 people so far and many thousands of animals. Indeed, whole towns and villages are being reduced to smouldering rubble, and volunteer firefighters working round the clock without any sign that it'll soon be all over. Well, people here in England have lots of ties with Australia, of course, and so it's understandable that the level of sympathy and concern here is so high. And faith groups are amongst those trying to reach out to people in this time of loss and distress. And we can talk to somebody from one of those faith groups now working on the ground in Australia. Jaswinder Singh lives in Australia and is from the Sikh Volunteers who've been helping with the rescue efforts. So, morning, Jaswinder.
Morning, Mike.
Share with us, if you can, just exactly what you and your teams have actually been experiencing in amongst this devastation.
Mike, we are a volunteer organization based in Melbourne Southeast, and we are serving at Brainstorm Oval Release Center, which is like 4 hours drive from Melbourne. 13 days back, our team is here from last 13 days. 13 days back when we started toward this side, we don't know that where we are going, and we just get back the van with the food, and we came down here. We are serving free food over here. And when we reach, the fire is like only a couple of kilometers away from us. We can see it, we can hear it, we can feel the flash, smell, and the smoke as well. People are asked to evacuate from their homes. They are just in the clothes they have put on, and they are being brought to evacuation centers. They are in shock, and the whole situation was like a bit chaos, and the crisis is beyond any narration.
And just how much are you able to do to help people then?
We are actually serving 3 meals a day, approx. We are serving between 800 to 1,000 meals any day, averagely, and this depends on how many people have came down for the registration and how many people have been evacuated. And apart from that, when we serve the meal, we try to break conversation with the people, because obviously the mental trauma is there. People are in shock. They have lost their legacies from the last centuries. People living in this area since from 1798 have lost their family homes, their memories, and photographs and everything. We just try to break the conversation that where you are from, how are you feeling, any home front news or anything we can help you with, and we try to give them moral support along with the food.
Do you think you're able to bring anything extra to the situation because of your faith?
It's not like that we are giving anything extra, but any helping hand, any help at this time of crisis is actually very good for the people who are in the crisis.
It must be terrible for the people who have been affected by the bushfires.
Oh, yeah.
How do they react to you and the help that you're able to give then?
People are appreciating our efforts a lot, because they see us that we are there from last 13 days without our families or any kind of support. We are staying in a neighborhood house, sleeping on the floor, preparing meals and getting ready at 7 in the morning and till 9:30 in the evening. They are appreciating us very much. But on the same time, we are very humble to them as well that they are letting us help them in this time of crisis. See, Australia is a multicultural nation. We all came here as migrants, and we are saying that this is our home, this is our country. As being an Australian, this is our moral duty to stand with our fellow brothers and sisters at a time of crisis, and that's what we Sikh Volunteers Australia is doing.
And is there any sense that this crisis will be over any time soon?
Since from last 2 days, because the strong winds have come down a little bit, and also the temperature cools down, just not much, but a couple of degrees, and that little bit help from the climate side will help definitely our firefighters to get this thing burned out quickly. But the fire front itself is quite big. So far, 50 lakh hectares of the forest has been destroyed. Almost 1 billion animals have lost their lives. So the fire front is also very big. It's not possible to bring it down with just only human effort. It eventually needs to burn out itself. But yeah, the new climate will help us, and we are hoping that in very few weeks it will get over.
Well, I'm sure the people in Australia will be very much in the thoughts of people here in the UK. Jaswinder, keep up the good work, and thank you for sparing a little time to speak to us this morning.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you for calling.
You're more than welcome. That's Jaswinder Singh, one of the Sikh volunteers who've been helping with the rescue efforts in those terrible bushfires in Australia.